This is Jay Hadwinn, brand ambassador of my brother spot. How are you doing? Yes, today's topic is about America. Boy, oh boy. Let me tell you, family. Boy, white women are crying. All I've been seeing on a lot of videos about the um, job losses, about the economy. A lot of white women, are crying. A lot of people, period, are going through things. And I don't think with these corporations getting greedy, I don't think is a good look. Historically, every time economies get tight, especially in America, there's revolutions that pops off. This is not a good look, man. It's people on here talking about, they have sick kids, which is jacked up. I don't care what ethnicity you are. If your kids are jacked up and they have cancer or issues with their teeth, and you can't afford it, that makes parents feel bad. That hurts. Um, Telling you, corporations, stop laying people off when you don't really have to, just because your investors want to restock their books. Don't do it. And, I used to always wonder, like, why wealthy people get bunkers. And since this has been going on the economy, since it's been going on and we've been having these issues with the economy, I'm kind of thinking that these wealthy people that buy that has purchased and made bunkers, I don't think it's for weather. I think it's for a revolution because they already know that they are doing a lot of people wrong all over the world. Now in America, Americans are feeling it. And so, telling you, those bunkers are for them to hide. Bunkers for the wealthy people that have bunkers are for the wealthy to hide. And I don't think it's for weather. It's a lot of Americans out here hurting for the money. They're losing their jobs, and it's going to be a revolution. These corporations need to stop it. Stop trying to get your bottom line with these investors. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be a revolution. Every time anyone that likes history or looks into history, anytime the money gets short and the greed gets higher, and no one is it's hard to blame people. They can't just blame it on the black people, Latino people, wealthy people, and corporations. Y'all better stop or go in your bunkers, because, one thing I know about Americans and being here all my life, being in the Navy, they go crazy when you mess with their money and their situations. It's a lot of kids not getting the proper things like health. It's a lot of kids that's not really didn't have a nice Christmas like a lot of people, wanted their children to have. So I, I just, I think it's gonna get worse in the new year, 2026. I think it's gonna be one of the worst years that Americans have seen since the Great Depression. I really think that. It's I'm the brand ambassador of my brother's spot. A lot of our team, we have talks every Monday. It ain't gonna be good. A lot of people aren't even getting our services that are great services because they just don't have the money. They just don't have the money, or some people are just afraid because there's so many things out here that or corporations that say, oh, we could do this, we could do that, or businesses, we could do this, we could do that, and they can't do it. It don't work. They have great speakers, all that, and it doesn't work. And they just close up, take the money, they out of there. Americans are sick of that. They sick of that type of bullshit, those tactics. So, I wanted to get on live. I wanted to go live and just really, let out a lot of steam. Wealthy people in America, stop the BS. You guys, generation by generation by generation, haven't been going to public school, haven't been around regular kids, and you don't know what's up. And now you all snooty, you doing things and you really don't understand what could happen to you. And I'm not talking about just death or anything. I'm talking about people not even buying from Amazon, people not even buying from they'll stop. They will start getting local businesses that are for the people and buy that. How you gonna make your money? Is the only way you're gonna make your money on the income properties or the apartment buildings that you have? You're gonna be upset because you're not on your way to be a trillionaire. You'll be 100, 200 millionaire, 200,000 millionaire, or whatever. 200 million. You'll be worth that and you'll be upset. It's certain wealthy people upset at that. They'll go crazy. Whoo! America, you better stop this. You better stop this, corporations. You better stop laying these people off. You better stop looking at them, as numbers. It's not a good look for the country. It's not a good look for the country. Yeah, it's real. It's real. And I really think 2026 is going to get worse. I'm no genius. I'm no, research analyst, but we do have a tech team at my brother's spot that looks into things historically, and it doesn't look well. It doesn't look like it's going to go well. My day is fine. Thank you. Appreciate you, baseball kid. My day's going well. I'm breathing. I have a different epiphany. I'm not going to really trip how the economy's going. The way I look at things is just improvised. But it's a lot of Americans, they ain't going to play that. You think people going to, the White House going crazy that time during COVID, you think that was crazy? Corporations keep playing with these people money. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to start anything. It's already talks. It's already people upset. It's brewing. You know what I'm saying? White women are crying. Uh-oh. White women are crying. When white women cry, boy. Ooh. Hey, this is just America. I'm not lying. It's nothing that's a lie. It's about to go down, man. We're gonna see some stuff. Um, I still think that presidents don't run anything. I don't think Trump is running the country as people think he is. I think corporations provide scripts. The NBA is somewhat scripted. Just sports in general. Just not as bad as Jake Paul and Anthony Joshua fight, but it's scripted. A lot of stuff is scripted. Don't think that the presidency is scripted neither. Corporations got their hands deep into what we do as as the government. Corporations run the United States. I'm saying it again and again and again. United States is a armed corporation. And this time around, especially with the conflict with China, they don't care about their citizens. This corporation is the Electoral College. Do you know what the Electoral College does? It's just my theory. I could be wrong, but I think corporations are the Electoral College. They pick who to put in every time. On a beanbag, naked, eating. Let's see. All right, money becomes the authority, and the authority are the authors of the story and belief systems that people believe in. That's deep. That's deep. Yo, bro, I like that. That's deep. Do you believe money will go digital? I'm the wrong person to ask, and I could play like I know what I'm talking about, but Jay Hadwin's the realest motherfucker you ever meet. I don't know, but I know that I have a diversity in my assets, the few assets I have. I can answer your question like that. I do have cryptocurrency, a few of them. You know what I'm saying? I have a few stocks. Um, I have an asset. That's my house. You know what I'm saying? Uh, quit quit making the penny. I don't get that. But, I just primarily do as best I can. I really, I don't know. And I'm knowing more things, more or less, because my brother Spot has a tech team that researches constantly. So they're basically my brain, and I'm learning things through them. You know what I'm saying? But that's the only way. Um, this is my theory. Ethnicities know things and how to move better. Jewish people know how to move better because they talk to each other and they have a system that helps them maneuver through these times. Koreans have kaya. They have a system to where they put in their money and they could buy, purchase, commercial properties in black neighborhoods and make money off our people buying hair, our corner stores, or that. East Indian people have a system to where they pretty much come in art in black neighborhoods and they buy. I mean the convenience stores and they're in gas stations, all that, and they get a lot of our money, so our money goes out. But our people and somewhat Latinos are consumers. That's why we're at the bottom. But Latinos, what they benefit in is that they do the jobs like plumbers, electricians, and other things that's conducive to them not being at the bottom of the totem pole. But mostly us, and yeah, I'm proud to be who I am. But we're consumers. We've been conditioned to be consumers. And so we're the lowest on the totem pole now. Uh, yeah, forming the proper connections, it will help you in financing and all other forms of life. Yeah. Yeah. I believe Bitcoin is going to crap. It may. Jerry, hey man, it may. We don't know, but it could. You know what I'm saying? Don't see much about that anymore. Yeah, I mean, they own the machine, and their machine is, well, they messed up by creating the internet because all of us has a say so now, even my ass. And I'm no, I don't really I'm not 100% like good at one thing. I'm mediocre at a lot of things. Got that right for Sheezy. Yeah, I'm from Los Angeles, California. You know what I'm saying? Born and raised in Los Angeles, raised in a Crip neighborhood, had my mom and pops. You know what I'm saying? Moved to Atlanta 3 years ago just to get away from the inflation. It was a calculated move because if we would have stayed in Los Angeles, we would have got eaten alive with that inflation and just the way that they the new system in California has people that own properties, their tenants could primarily just mess them up, and you you can't pay your mortgage. It's the state is doing some. I think they want corporations to own multifamily housing and everything there in Los Angeles, San Francisco, um, San Diego, everywhere in California that has big cities. They want to be corporate ran. So I think that's the agenda. So if you don't have a powerful machine to fight them with, you got to move. You got to retreat. You know what I'm saying? You remember what Cobra used to say? If you some old timers in here, when GI Joe would start winning, retreat, retreat. We had to retreat. But you know what? This retreat to Atlanta is a good look, regardless of what a lot of people say about Atlanta. Atlanta is still fairly cheap compared to other big cities. You know, if you about um, conducting yourself professionally and trying to figure out how to survive and not show off and consume, you'll do well in Atlanta. You know, but a lot of our people that come down here to show off or think they're from are the females that are beautiful in they small towns and think that they gonna come here and someone gonna discover them. Nah, it's saturated. Anytime something is saturated and they have a lot of use, which is a lot of beautiful women in Atlanta, it's a lot of everything here in Atlanta, but especially beautiful women. You're not going to be looked at as important. Yeah, realizing that you can move strategically is very useful. Some people get stuck in believing that they can't leave an area and get locked into the flow of that area itself. Yeah. And, unfortunately, that starts in childhood. Parents not having their kids travel and see other things, other places, learn how to communicate, learn the proper etiquettes of communicating. Yeah, you're right, man. Like that's why they gonna stay there. That's why or they got little kids. If you have little kids and those kids have friends and they're just hitting junior high or high school, yeah, it's hard to move, man. It's hard to move. It's hard to move. Consuming isn't really the problem. It's making sure that you get the proper investments in the tools, knowledge, and assets that will help you grow. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's many ways, my man. What you're saying is right, but what I'm saying is right too. Real talk, because it's a lot of people out here of other ethnicities that don't consume as much. Trust me, I've lived around them. I grew up around them, in diverse LA, and they don't consume much. And now their kids that I used to play with, they living up in Palos Verdes. They got mansions because their parents, the mother was from Japan, or the mother and pops was from Japan or Korea or Mexico or other places, and the women didn't care about them fine clothes, didn't care about those Birkin purses and the cores. They didn't care about that. So they saved a lot of money up. They never bought a new car. That's the education I had because it was so diverse. But my pops and my moms are smart enough to always tell me, pay attention to them. When you spend a night over their houses, ask their parents questions. This is how I know. So consuming, you're right. It isn't really all the problems, but it's a big part of our problem, man, as black people, as Aboriginal American Indians, as Moors or Muslims, whatever we want to call each other. We still fighting each other over that shit. That's crazy. Instead of just uniting and putting money in pots. Like my brother spot needs help right now. And the only people that have invested their money in my brother spot are mostly white people, have gave donations, have given donations, have given money primarily to what we're trying to create a crowdfunding and already ready to give money, and our people aren't. I mean, man, we ain't Dr. Umars. We're not pastors. We are a tech company that is trying to help everybody. We're going to help everybody, but we're known as my brother spot. We are trying to help our people too, yes. But how can you help our people when funding helps the great ideas? If you don't have funding, your idea ain't gonna do shit. And that's the problem we're having as black people. Other ethnicities fund each other. Trust me, I'm on the other side. But the problem is, if they fund someone like my brother spot so much, then they get to tell us what to do. Why do you think my brother spot is constantly always saying, yo, we need brothers and sisters to fund us? Because that's why these corporations are doing things right now and laying off people, because the people who's funding them, the investors, are trying to get more of their bottom line, and they could give a damn about white people now. It's getting that bad. They should give a damn about everyone, but the world is a cold place. If you listen to Jizza, Cold World, that song is in my mind. It's a cold, cold world. Man, it's a cold world. And these investors don't give a damn about knowing these corporations are trying to stay afloat, and they owe these investors more of the bottom line that they agreed upon that they could give them. So they're trying to make AI work, and AI isn't working as well. And they don't care. They're trying to clear their books for the New Year's so it'll look good for the investors to stay. It's a lot of stuff going on that a lot of the brothers on my brother's spot, that's a part of our tech team and our web department team, web developer team, is breaking down to me. It's a big game out here. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how you? Okay. Yeah, foreign people who come from another social system usually are better at saving and investing in future outcomes, not just trying to get what's new now and what's cool. Yeah, they are, man. They don't have the bad habits that we have, and they haven't been programmed. See, we've been programmed since we were kids to be consumers. And the subconscious is a motherfucker, because you could say, you know what, I'm not gonna buy that core. And then next thing you know, you got a new car in your garage. That's your subconscious. You even knew that you didn't want to buy a new core. You know what I'm saying? It Yo, programming is a motherfucker. That's why you think I'm not mad at my people? We've been programmed, we've been slammed, we've been harmed. It's in our DNA. It's a lot of bad habits. I mean, I don't even get mad that a lot of our people don't invest in MBS. I don't get mad when I'm on lives and no one gives a dollar or two of me spending my life force talking some real spit. If you're a startup company, there are many groups that will help you find funding. No, but if it's groups that find funding, they're going to be able to tell us how to do everything that we're not trying to do. You get it? Have you ever heard of Anton Daniels? You see how he speaks and all that? He has a lot of people funding him. But funding usually isn't really a race thing. It's going where, yeah, true, it's not Anton Daniels. Right. But I mean, Anton Daniels had bag chasers, and I'm pretty sure that is mostly us, and he's helping a certain amount of our people. But, at the same time, sometimes I don't think he's helping a lot of our people. He can't. A lot of the brothers and sisters, that are funded by other ethnicities, they just can't help our people like that. Why do you think athletes don't help our people? Mostly the people who are invested in them and who shape them through college, sometimes through high school, are Jewish people. So they have either been brainwashed or they can't really help our, assets that they have and all that. It'll go away. They can't help, especially when they get out the NBA. And mostly NBA players in 5 years are broke. NFL, I think, is fast sooner. A lot of people aren't financially educated, and that's why they put a standard test in front of us. That's why fill in the blank. That's why Jewish kids, Korean kids, all that they learn. They learn how to be financially educated. They're educated financially. That's the real education, y'all. Working for someone isn't a real education. You know, it's just getting lucky and getting a job primarily. And then you seeing what happens now. No one's an owner, they're just workers. Just like music, you signed a label and they basically own. Man, Jerry, that's some real fucking shit. That's real. You're right. It's all the same game. It's just dressed up in a different, dress. Yeah, you're right, Jerry. Jerry Moody, you're right. You know, it's not fair. It's not going to be fair, family. You know, even though I love my people and I want to help my people, but at the same time, I don't hate other ethnicities at all. It's just I know that other ethnicities help themselves, and that's all I want our people to learn. You know, yeah, you have to understand the legal limits of financing. What's your what's your money once your money is capable of doing in the areas that you were in and where you need to move your money for it to grow. I don't know. I don't get that one. Uh, you La Damas. I know sometime we type real fast and it just, man, I do that on people's lives, man. I was on Ace, the traveling guy Ace one time, and I was typing something and it came out like, it made me sound so stupid. If you guys know Richard Fun or whatever, he talks about financial stuff. Man, he's a smart brother. You should go on his YouTube channel, check out his YouTube channel. Man, I typed some stuff, I'm going too fast. And so I understand you La Damas, Yala Damas. Donations made are the way. Keep you in control of your business. Yeah, they are. And that's all we're trying to do. Investors gonna want it their way. They're saying exactly. And that's all we could with my brother's spot. We could have investors with the ideas and what we're doing, but they will be able to tell us what to do, and we won't even be able to hire a lot of our own. Let me say it again. We wouldn't be able to hire our own. Now, let's say if we had in 5 years, we had 30 employees and and 60% of employees were, African American, Black Americans, Aboriginal American, Indians, whatever. And then the other were others. That's what Google does. Even worse. I think it's like 2% Black people in there. You know what I'm saying? You don't think it's more Black people that know how to do all that stuff? Come on. So this is what I'm saying. We just want to bridge that gap where it's a lot of our people that have these degrees, have these masters, and they're able to pay them back. You know what I'm saying? And if we have investors, we're not going to be able to do it our way. It'll be investors pulling out at the wrong time when we need money just because we're 60% African American employment. Like it's real talk. Yeah. So Jerry Moody, you're absolutely right. And I'll say it again, donations made are the way. Keeps you in control of your business. Um, just imagine, and Jerry Moody is very right. Just imagine if Dr. Umar's had corporate people behind him. He'll be in prison. He'll be in prison. He controls his own. He spent all of our money in strip joints and traveling and chilling. He didn't create no school. I gave him 380 bucks 7 or 8 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And now they're saying he has a lawsuit on him. He may go to prison. I don't know. But, you know, before I get off, I just want people to understand game. A lot of people that sound really good at speaking can move people, can uplift your your lift you up and make you feel better, that are great speakers. Normally they're scammers. A lot of things that sound good, I have a video explaining this. A lot of things that sound good, a lot of times they don't work. A lot of things that are intricate, you hearing Elon Musk like that and shit. A lot of, even though Teslas aren't as good as Chinese cores, they work. His thing where you could be out in the middle of the desert and get a signal, it works. And he can't speak. He's horrible. People, stop falling for the speakers. See if it works. Try my brother spot. Get a customized website and learn how to make money in the near future online with products or with subscription platforms or services. If you do that, you could combat inflation. And my brother spot will help you. Any ethnicity. You could list your business, all that. Do we want our people to succeed on this? Yes, but everyone's invited. Get a customized website, talk to our web developers. This is not like Wix. This is not like GoDaddy. You will have someone always helping you with your website and consult with you and show you, if you never had a business, how to register your business, how to get an LLC, all that. That's all combined into the pricing. And we'll get your website up on search engines like Google, ChatGPT, and Bing. And that's where people want to spend money. I know a lot of y'all who have businesses out there, you think that you think that Facebook is gonna, help you with your website because it's free. No, it's not. People are trying to get entertained. Instagram too. TikTok works. TikTok Shop, that works, man. Gary V is right. That works, man. People could sell some stuff on there, and yeah. Go on mybrothspot.com. So yeah, I gotta get off. Trolls are coming. You know how I feel about trolls. They are unhappy human beings, and we don't need that type of vibe in these rooms. You know, it's a lot of hurting people out there, and trolls are one of them. All right, family, this is Jay Hadwinn. Hey, give a donation to my brother spot. Give a dollar or two to my to my YouTube channel. Give a super chat. You know what I'm saying? I spend my energy keeping it 100 with y'all. Currency is energy. Please, please, please help a brother every once in a while. All right, family, this is Jay Hadwinn, brand ambassador of my brother spot. Peace.